season on Daredevil, we have Daredevil versus his copycat. Who will win? Who will die? Yeah, I just thought that would be a fun little skit to do for the review. Okay, everyone, so I was going to do this review last week, but I was kind of busy. But here's the thing about Daredevil Season 3. This season took me Friday and Saturday to finish. I'm not making that up. It literally took me 2 days to finish this season. That's why the shortest time it took me to finish a season of the Marvel Netflix show since Daredevil Season 1. I'm not making that up. So, now, everyone wants to say this right now, I have seen Venom, I saw it opening weekend, but I've been super busy, and I'm really sorry, I'll do that review next. But here we're talking about Daredevil Season 3. I waited a little bit since I was waiting for this Pop Funko to come in, so I can do the little skit at the beginning, but still. So, what is the plot of Daredevil Season 3? Well, it takes immediately after, Defenders, where, if you recall, at the end of Defenders, Matt decided to stay behind to make out with Elektra, and he was presumed dead. But, actually, he was saved by the priests and the nuns, and slowly he's been getting back together, he's been healing, it's been taking him months to fully recover, and that's pretty much like the first 2 episodes, but we do get some extra bonus with that. Also, the Kingpin is getting out of jail. He's mainly due to the fact that he's giving out information to the cops about the FBI about certain crime bosses and where they are, and he asked for complete and total safety as he moves to a penthouse. And Daredevil has to come out of hiding, but Fisk hires a copycat, aka Bullseye, to make sure that Matthew is presumed as a villain. And that's all I'll give about the plot. Since I want to do like a spoiler review of the season, because man, there is so much I could talk about with the season that I have to do 2 reviews. So I'll do a spoiler review after this video. Well, technically after the Venom review, but still. This season, oh my god, this season was freaking fantastic. I loved practically every second of the season. This reminded me a lot of the first season, like how after each episode, I had to click on the next episode tab. I couldn't resist. Fun fact: I woke up at 4 a.m. on Friday by accident, and I didn't regret it. If I had to see the season opening day on, at 4 in the morning, but still, this season was just awesome. I loved practically every bit of it. The acting is fantastic from all the actors. Everyone does a fantastic job, especially 5 good really performances in the season, where the person who played Sister Maggie, Father Lantom, Bullseye, Kingpin, and Daredevil, all those actors. Even Foggy and Karen, those actors were amazing this entire season. I knew what they were going to do with Karen and Foggy. I knew there's going to be a little denial for them, thinking that Matthew was still alive, since there's no way he could have survived. But hey, he need to get another season though. But still, I was just hooked from the very start of this season. I was just fangasming the entire time. Anyway, but I'll say this though. Episode 10 as an ending that's going to leave you pretty sad. But still, I like the character Poindexter. He's Bullseye, and this season is more of an origin story for Bullseye's character. This is pretty much an origin for Bullseye. And also, one thing I do like was that, of course, like in the trailer, there's a constant battle for Matt, like if Matthew was going to kill the Kingpin or not. And that was something I really liked. I even liked the fact that there was like the Kingpin was in his head so much that he took on a persona in Matthew's head, and he has conversations with that Kingpin. The action is fantastic as well. I will say this though, you know how in the first season we had a hallway fight that was all in one take, where Matthew was in his black mask, was in his ninja bandana, and remember how in season 2 we got a scene where Matthew was fighting in a hallway? We get a scene like that here. It's all in one take, and instead of Matthew in one of his 2 suits, he's in his regular lawyer outfit. The entire fight. Hot damn. Oh, and I might get age restricted. Darn it. But still, I just loved practically every. My favorite fight has gotta be probably the ending fight and the first fight we see between, and also the fights between Matthew and the Bullseye. Um, Vincent D'Onofrio in this new season, hot damn. I mean, he's good in it. He's good in all three seasons, but in here he was just really good. In the second episode, there's a scene where he's talking about how no prison can like stop him for his love for Vanessa, and that is really good. And the final battle in this season, I was completely satisfied with it. I'll talk about it more in my spoiler review, but oh my god! Besides it is probably as good as the fight from the first season where Matthew battles the Kingpin. It's just like that fight, and probably even better. I'll not spoil it. But so y'all kind of knew the season was going to end with Kingpin versus Daredevil, round 3. Oh, and oh boy, it was so amazing. Charlie Cox in this season was just fantastic as always. I love this one moment where he's like training, and he goes and he's like punching a punching bag, and he's pretty much like showing off to Sister Maggie, and like he's more of a show off, and Sister Maggie's like this. Now you're just being a show off. I just love that moment. Um, yeah, there was not a. Also, the new characters I really liked. There was an FBI agent, which I was like, oh come on, please don't do this, man, please don't do this. I like this guy. I like this guy. He was just very likable though, and he's a character you love since of the actor's charm. The actor does a really good job with his character, and I really like that. It's sad in episode 12. I'm not gonna spoil it. Okay, I probably just gave it away what happens to the guy in episode 12, but I don't care. I'm gonna give this season a 10 out of 10 for an S ring. I'm sorry. This is probably the best season of the Marvel Netflix shows since the first season of Daredevil and Punisher season 1. I just loved every freaking moment of it. The acting is great, the fighting is great, the story is really well done, and I just loved it every way through. I don't have a favorite episode, really, and it has been a week since I've watched the show this season, but even still, there's so much back into my head, though, as I'm continuing on with this review, but still, this season gets a 10 out of 10 for an S rank. This season is frankly amazing. And this season just puts anything in the Arrowverse to shame, since I'm not a big fan of the Arrowverse. Not really, but still. Daredevil Season 3 was amazing the entire time. I mean, yes, people complain that why didn't Matthew put on the red suit, but I'm pretty sure in the season he states that the suit has lost its symbol. And also, the fact that I'm pretty sure people would remember the fact that Daredevil used to wear a black suit, and also doesn't kill. So yeah, I I'm going to talk more about this season in my spoiler review, since the season has just came out. I don't want this review to be a spoiler free and a spoiler review. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Daredevil Season 3 was the bomb. I'm going to talk about the spoilers in the next video after my Venom review, but still, this season gets a 10 out of 10. Hope you guys enjoyed. And dear God, I cannot wait to talk about this season more. Bye.